Hello, Andrea Twarowski here with Dentalelle Tutoring. Today is very cloudy out, so I hope that everybody can still see me because I don't have a lot of light in my office because usually it's just so nice and sunny that I just have to open up the curtains and then we're all set. So hopefully you can all see me okay. Because in this video, I want to talk to you guys about something that is hard for students to talk to and hard to realize that they're not alone. So if you are the student that's not passing everything, if you are the student that's maybe failing one or two courses or three courses, or they're barely passing their semester, you're not alone, but there is a way to pick yourself up and work through it. And that is what a lot of students don't seem to realize is they unfortunately see the fact that they're not passing all of their courses, but then they say to themselves, okay, you know what? I suck. I can't pass anything. I'm just always going to be that student who doesn't pass. I can't seem to pick myself up from that. But that's the worst thing to do because I hate to say it, but it is all about how you think. You have got to think positive. I know it's hard when you're not passing a lot of things, when you probably feel that you have to study so much harder than everybody else. But some students, that happens, you guys, and that's okay. There are students who are able to pass everything, but then in clinic they do horrible. They can't seem to get past a textbook and do anything hands-on. They just can't do it. But then there's those students who do excellent in clinic, yet they had a hard time all throughout their theory courses in school. I was one of those students where I did well in my classes, not amazing. Like I had to work very, very hard because I worked part-time. I was living away from home. I had just hated it. School was tough. I had instructors that I felt did not like me at all and tried to make things harder. And anytime that I would ask a question, they would say, well, Andrea, just look in your textbook. And I'd say, I did look in my textbook. I still don't understand this. So I felt that I was never having any help, right? So for my theory courses, I did well, but not, amazing. I got 80%, but nothing higher until the end where I finally got organized. I started working less and, doing the best that I possibly could. But in clinic, you guys, I was not very good. It took me time. I'm sorry, I just have some windows open here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but I'm just going to exit those. Whoops, there's another window. Oh my God, they're everywhere. There we go. So in clinic, it was hard for me. It took me a long time to learn. I don't know why, but my hands-on skills did not come naturally to me. And to get extra help in clinic, you have to pay them to help you. I didn't have the money. So I was just pretty much like, okay, I suck. There's all there is to it. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. But that mindset isn't helping you, right? Because if you're constantly thinking that, then anytime you go to do anything hands-on or to take any test or to take any exam, you are thinking to yourself, okay, I am going to do horrible because I did horrible last time. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not getting any help, So think positive. Think positive the best you possibly can, and I am going to help you with that. So let's say you had failed a lot of your classes first semester. Second semester is a new start. You have new classes, you have new teachers, new tests, new exams, all of that. You may still have some of the same teachers, it's hard to say, but it's still a new class. So look at what did not work last time. So why did you fail or almost fail a lot of classes last time? Was it because you were not studying enough? Or maybe you were spending 6 hours studying, but over those 6 hours, you were doing laundry, you were eating, you were on your cell phone maybe, you were just doing other things. So part of the reason, and usually why students are not passing, is because they think they are studying so much that they can't possibly study anymore. But when they actually think about it, and when I make them think about it and say, okay, are you actually studying 6 hours a day? They will say, well, yeah. But then I'll say, well, where and how are you studying? And they will say, well, in my room. And I'll say, is the door closed? And they'll say, no, why? And I'll say, well, if there's other people living in your house, you are constantly, being distracted. So you need to shut your door. Put your cell phone away, turn off your computer, spend those 2 hours just studying what you have to study. Then after that, have a snack, do some laundry, check your email for a half an hour though, that's it. And then study for another 2 hours. And then take another break for a half an hour to an hour at the most. But I find that if you take a break for a full hour, you don't want to start studying again. So take that half an hour break, have a snack, do some laundry, say hi to people, call your mom or something, but don't take too long of a break, because I want you to be studying 6 hours a day if you can. Now, if you're in school all day and then have to work at night, that's impossible. But if you can, study at least 2 hours every single day. So whether that be on the way to school in the morning, if you have to take a bus or a subway, something, and then study on the way home, same thing. But try to study at least 2 hours every single day. On the weekends, though, if you're not doing anything, make it 6 hours, you guys. Honestly, that seems to be the magical number. I know what I'm talking about. I've been tutoring now for about 13 years, and it does help. So if that is your main concern, is that you were not passing your courses last semester, look at why you weren't passing. Was it because you did not attend all of your classes? Or was it because you went to class but you were not fully present? Was it because you were studying the wrong things for all of your tests? That happens a lot. So if that's the case, if you've been studying the wrong things, then you're not studying properly. So if you have been, let's say, rewriting all of your notes after class, but that doesn't seem to be helping you pass, then stop doing that. Stop rewriting all of your notes. Maybe you are the type of person who needs to highlight all of your notes, or maybe you are the type of person who it is easier for you to simply read through the notes. I was the student where I would actually read through all of my notes after class. I would study 2 weeks before every single test. So let's say I had oral pathology in 2 weeks on a Monday. Well, I would start to study for oral pathology. And then let's say I had pharmacology 2 weeks from now on a Tuesday. So then on a Tuesday, I would start to study pharmacology if it was 2 weeks ahead of time, because that just helped me not have to study for like 6 hours per topic, but maybe 2 hours per topic a day. So then by the end of that 2 week time, I would say, okay, I understand this. This is awesome. And another thing that I find extremely helpful is after you study, so let's say you have your oral pathology test in a day or two, do a mock exam. So what that means is come up with a bunch of questions and of course the answers, and then go through them. So it can be easy to, let's say you have a friend of yours in class, have them write you a mock exam with the answers, and then you do the same thing for them, and then help them, ask them questions from the mock exam, and make it multiple choice, just like your test, and then see how many answers they get right. Because then if they get everything wrong, then okay, well, we need to study more because we should know this. If you two get everything right, then okay, I know what I'm talking about. So maybe I just have to study half an hour a day, to make sure that you don't forget anything. But you don't have to be studying 3 hours anymore for that topic, because you know what you have to know. And if you need help with this, I have mock exams on every single topic, which helps so much. Plus, inside the Dentalelle student program, I give all of my students mock exams before they take a test or exam in school. So all they have to do is they just have to send me their schedule for their tests and for their exams, and then I make up a mock exam package for them. And then they usually take the mock exam about 3 weeks or 3 days before they take their test to actually test their knowledge. And then if they need help, I'm their tutor to help them. So it's perfect. So if you need help, you guys, let me know, because you are in school now. You have paid a lot of money to be in school. You need to pass and you need to get good marks. Because if you're barely passing, that's not helping you either, you know, because you're probably thinking, okay, I barely passed that. Clearly, I know nothing. And then your mind starts thinking, how am I going to pass the board exam at the end if I can barely pass my classes? That's human nature to think like that. I don't want you to think like that, but that's human nature. But that's why and where I come in to help you guys, because I'm a tutor. I can help you guys pass. I help people pass the board exam. So have a look inside the Dentalelle student program, where I have everything for you. I will help you all throughout school, even if you're in your last semester. It's not too late. Make your last semester your easiest semester ever, because I can help you. Now, let me just think of other tips for you. So I talked to you guys about how to study, because that's pretty much the main thing. If you did not do well last semester, it's because you're either not studying properly or your mind and your heart isn't completely in it. But sometimes that's because your teachers are making you feel horrible. And I speak from personal experience. I had a teacher who I was doing a hard time in clinic. I'm just trying to think now. I'm trying to think of exactly what she said to me, but she pretty much said to me, I'm not taking things seriously, and that she didn't call me useless, but that's what she was implying. So she was implying that I was not taking things seriously, but I was, and that I was wasting her time. So that made me feel horrible, because I was having a hard time in clinic, so I would ask her for help. And then this is what she said to me. Like, I felt horrible. And I thought to myself, you should be making me feel happy. Like, you should be making me feel like there's hope. But she made me feel awful. And I thought to myself, how can I do this? Like, how can I be the best person and the best in my career if I can't even pass clinic, and my own teacher thinks that I'm not taking things seriously? How can I do this? There are teachers out there like that, and I'm sure there still are. So that's why I am sort of sharing my experience with you. It does happen, but don't let those teachers hold you down, okay? Don't. Talk to me. If you need somebody to talk to me, and I will help you every step of the way, because I have never called anybody stupid. I have never said that somebody's not trying hard enough. That's not something that I say. I think positive, and I will help you get through this. But it's hard, especially if you're living away from home, if you have teachers that don't like you very much, if you have teachers who are constantly putting you down, if you have classmates, heaven forbid, putting you down, it makes things harder. So talk to me if you need help, because if you had a hard time last semester, if you don't change something, you will keep having a hard time. So I guess the moral of the story is to think positive, and that you can and will do this. So even if you had a hard time last semester, this semester will be different, and school is not forever. Okay, you guys? So good luck, have fun, try to think positive, and I will see you guys in the next video.